Yo, what up? Grace Askew here, your pal here on YouTube, your musician pal, who wants to just only the best for you. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you feel confident. I want to see you feel good and creatively revived and productive. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to impart over a decade of lessons learned the hard way, majority the hard way, let's be honest, but lessons learned nonetheless on being a full-time musician and how to survive and thrive in a really tough, snaky business. So just keep watching. This is the first episode of this video series, and this one is how to get out of a creative rut. Okay, first, coffee. Bad day. I want to say this tactfully, but there really is no other way around it. Allow boredom. I'd say go somewhere without your phone. Explore a city. People watch. Go to a museum. Go to look at art for hours. People watch at an airport. Well, I mean, just go somewhere and do something that you've never done. Especially being out in nature, it has been scientifically proven that it kind of refreshes and re-stimulates your brain. Being in nature is the best way to, so to speak, cleanse the mental palate. Okay. Number 3, dump it all out. Do a brain dump. Okay, got a little stuffy. So what I like to use to not burn myself out mentally in the morning when I'm writing is the Pomodoro technique. Number 1, you decide on your task and you set your timer for 25 minutes. You work on the task, nothing else involved for 25 minutes. The alarm goes off and you make a check mark. Rest for 5 minutes and then do it all over again. Make another check mark. Every time you just push through 25 minutes of concentrated mental activity, you make a check mark. So my first one will be the brain dump. I'll just get out whatever is in my mind when I first wake up, stream of consciousness writing. And I also use 2 apps. One of them is called Inspire Me, and the second one is called Rhyme Zone. I'll link them below. Inspire Me just comes up with 3 words on a screen, random words that pop up, and I have to use them. That's the kind of personal challenge that I give myself. So once I've used that word, I click on it, another random word pops up. And then the second app, Rhyme Zone, it's pretty obvious. I want to rhyme a lot of my songs at the end of, to kind of tie in the verse. So Rhyme Zone also has like synonym search related to meaning. So I find it so helpful when I want to rhyme a word, but there's nothing that relates to what I want to say. So I usually go to the synonym realm of the app and it helps me. So you'll get the idea. Once you just kind of mess around with the app yourself, it is so helpful and it's not cheating. I firmly believe that use what tools exist out there to help you get more creatively stimulated. All right, moving on. Number 4, dare to suck. Elizabeth Gilbert said it best, perfectionism is fear in really good shoes. So that means you are so scared, so afraid of finishing or releasing anything that you just don't do anything at all because it's not gonna be perfect. I think in order to be a truly great artist, you also have to be courageous and daring with your art, and not be completely emotionally attached to the outcome. So dare to suck. Maybe go to my 90-30 challenge here in my YouTube channel. That was a challenge that I created myself. It's for 30 days straight. I made a 90-second song plus a music video, but you don't have to do that part. But I did not realize what I was creatively capable of until I forced myself and publicly made it, committed to it on Facebook and YouTube and everything and Instagram, that I was gonna do this 30 days of putting out a new song. So maybe try the 90-30 challenge yourself. You might be surprised as to how strong you actually are creatively, because I firmly believe that creativity is a muscle. It is not something that you wait around for to just come to you. It's not like this wave of inspiration that will come and go as it pleases. It's actually work. Creativity is just pushing through it and working through it. Number 5, just read. Read books of all kinds, fiction, nonfiction. I'm not really into fiction, I hate to say it, but I like Larry Brown. He's the one fiction writer I will definitely, I've always gotten into. Reading in general, just getting new kinds of words and vocabulary and phrasing into my mind always helps. So maybe it might help you, you never know. try out different creative mediums to kind of reset your kind of mental pathways, so to speak. It's go paint a picture that you know, go draw. You might be like, all right, well, I'm a really crappy drawer. I really don't like to paint. All right, well then build a model airplane, you know, go fix a bike. I don't know. I mean, something that's even technical or more analytical might spark up more creativity. Just work on something that's not songwriting, that's not writing, and get you out of that like pressure, and maybe you'll come back refreshed. You never know until you try. So go try learning how to shoot a gun. Go listen to some type of music you've never listened to before. Go dancing. Go try a stint as being a co-anchor on a morning news show and getting up at 4 a.m. Try whatever floats your boat. Try it all. But you don't want to regret not trying it all. This is my favorite one that has helped me so much. Pick up a new skill. Expand your skill set. So for me, I was always a guitar player, always a singer, always a songwriter. A writer really even before I picked up the guitar. But I picked up the Ableton push pad, and I learned about engineering and producing my own stuff within Ableton, and creating loops and beats and overdubbing on the push pad. And that has expanded so much of my creativity. It's unbelievable because it just brings in this whole new realm of possibilities. It's just endless. It's absolutely endless. Now, I mentioned this previously, but I used to actually listen to Bob Dylan while I was writing. Now, that might sound like I'm pulling words and phrases and lyrics from his songwriting, but it wasn't the case. It was listening to something that was very fluid, like his lyrics are just constant, you know, it just fluidly comes out of him, and it kind of inspires me to just keep writing and pushing through whatever weirdness I happen to be feeling that day. So yeah, experiment with like instrumental focusing music and very heavy lyrical songwriters like Leonard Cohen, for instance, or maybe Nina Simone, or some of my favorites. Lou Reed, I don't know. Just pick your favorites. Tom Waits for sure is my ultimate favorite. He is awesome at getting things out of me that I would never write on my own. Like, I ended up dreaming about some of his songs, and that turned into a song for me. I mean, just the imagery. Just pick songwriters that have heavy imagery. I think that really helps to just get you out of your, you know, the reality of your everyday life. This is so important. Don't be too hard on yourself, okay? It happens to all of us. Just because you are not feeling inspired, that's not a reason to just sit back and wait for it. Like I said, you just need to sit down and just start writing, no matter how you feel, and the words will come, the inspiration will come. Trust me on this, because that 90-30 challenge, there were days that I was so not in the mood to write or create anything, but I just started plunking around on the Ableton pushpad. I started writing some lyrics out. I started humming a melody in my head, and it all, halfway through it, I would get this, all of a sudden, this like rush, like this second wind, and this rush of inspiration that came out of seemingly nowhere, but it's not. It's because the creativity was like, oh, it's time to kick in now. Let's get to work. So don't be hard on yourself. Just start, like, cut out the negative self-talk and just start no matter what you're feeling like, and it will happen. It is guaranteed 100% every single time. Co-create. Ask for help. Ask for, you know, inspiration from your songwriter friends. Ask them what they're going through, and like if there's any way that they could recommend that you get through this hook that you're having trouble with. Get them to help you finish a song, okay? Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is actually a sign of strength in my mind, because you're willing to step out of your comfort zone and to seek a team to back you up and to help you. I've really struggled with this. I'm a hard-headed woman. I'm independent to a fault, okay? I hope that helped. Like I said, this is all just coming from personal experience. This is not like I went out and researched ways to get out of a creative rut. I'm just going to the top 10 ways that I immediately knew that I know. So comment below. I want to hear about y'all's ways that you get out of a creative rut, because I would love to learn from you. Maybe try out a new trick. And yeah, subscribe, like, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next Wednesday. All right, peace out.